Barry Jones and John Rawling, and our Master of Ceremonies, Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to a great night of World Championship Boxing live on BT Sport from the Manchester Arena. We get things started with 10 rounds scheduled in the heavyweight division, and it is being brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, along with their great sponsors, 32 Red and Foot Asylum. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge is Robin Smith. When the bell rings, our referee in charge and scoring this contest will be John Latham. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing black trunks and weighed in at 18 stone, 9 pounds. Coming to us from Dublin, Ireland, he brings a professional record consisting of 12 wins, 2 defeats, 1 no contest, with 8 of his 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sean Big Sexy Turner. His opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He's wearing white with black and weighed in at 17 stone, 11 pounds. Hailing from Nantwich, England, he is undefeated with 12 wins. 10 of his 12 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the current WBC International Heavyweight Champion, Nathan Gorman.
Right, lads, you know, expect from you both. You obey the instructions at all times. When I tell you break, you both break clean. Defend yourselves at all times, and the best luck to you both. Touch gloves.
Well, Nathan Gorman hasn't done an awful lot wrong so far in his professional career. 12 out of 12 in terms of victories, but Sean Turner represents a real tough test tonight. And Turner, prior to this, said, don't run, don't try and win it on the back foot. Stand and trade with me and show us if you're a real man.
Well, that's him trying to use a bit of experience there to maybe force Gorman into a fight that maybe he doesn't want to get involved in. You've got to play to your strengths. Gorman's is definitely speed of foot, speed of hand.
And Ricky Hatton, Gorman's trainer, says don't estimate his strength and don't underestimate his ability to fight in the pocket, to fight up close, because he says he's more than capable of going with a strong brawler like Turner if he has to.
Well, that might be the case, but why would you want to even test that? Especially early on in the fight. A lovely uppercut there from Gorman. Turner just holding his feet a little bit and paying the price. Needs a bit more of a body movement here, Turner, coming forward. He's going to want to walk down Gorman. A bit more intelligent than just plodding forward.
Turner can throw bombs, though, if he gets into range. Apparently he's wanted this fight for an awful long time. He's been calling out for Nathan Gorman pretty much ever since he turned pro when he was 19 years old. There's the left hand of Turner. But it's a tremendous attack from Gorman coming back, including a really solid right hand. Referee John Latham has to just separate them and warning Gorman about use of the elbow.
Nice and sharp here, Gorman to start. Good reflexes there. Just some good counter punches coming in when Turner misses or lunges in like that. Just see a nice little short left hook there from Gorman. He's coming behind that double jab to Sean Turner.
There's talk of Turner fighting Gorman before. Instead, he took a pretty well-paid engagement in Germany against Nicky Hrgovic, a young prospect who's coming in with a very impressive amateur record, and Turner went the distance with him, which showed his toughness, if nothing else. Oh, that's good from Gorman, letting his punches go well.
And again, Turner just keep planting those feet in front of Gorman, but Gorman just carries on throwing the punches. You've got to just be a little bit more agile here, Turner.
Nathan Gorman was telling me how much he's enjoyed sparring Tyson Fury, who's been in the same gym. Lovely right uppercut there.
Fantastic combination there.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful body shot and the right-hander already. A smear of blood from the nose of Turner and another tremendous uppercut. And he's letting his punches go with intent here, Gorman. Some people have said he's a bit too nice and a bit too gentle. Well, he's put the heat on Turner in this opening 3 minutes.
Slow Turner right down as well, haven't he, there with that lovely combination. Gorman, fantastic start for the young 21-year-old. Oh, beautiful combination.
Hooks to the body and switch the attack to the head. The punch speed and the quality of punch, all with the Nantwich youngster Nathan Gorman at the moment. The Dubliner Sean Turner not really into his stride, but just landing a couple of reminders in the closing seconds, but a clear round to Gorman. Manchester Arena is watching the heavyweights, young prospect Nathan Gorman, uncorking some quality shots.
Well, he's put some lovely combinations together as Gorman. That right uppercut in particular has been a bit of a star punch for him in the first round. But everything about him, John, the movement, the speed, the counter punches, and even the thought about where he's going to place those shots when he's had Turner a bit of pressure. Fantastic start here from young Nathan Gorman.
Yeah, big opener for Gorman, and Turner. His only real attack came in the closing seconds of that opening round, and only a couple of cuffing blows there. Heads going in close this time, and in close, it's where Turner says that he's the stronger man.
Well, it's the right idea from Turner, just trying to close the gap of Gorman, because obviously you know Gorman's a better mover, more fleet-footed, but he's just doing it in straight lines at the minute, Turner, so he's easy to read for the faster Gorman.
So much talent around Daniel Dubois, of course, due to be fighting before too long. Joe Joyce, Dillian White, not to mention one Mr. Joshua and others as well. And Nathan Gorman wants to be very much the part of that heady equation for boxing success in years to come.
He's boxing fantastic right at the minute. Just the nice little combination there we've just seen, but just before that, Turner threw a shot, just took a little step back to a lovely left hook.
Turner actually had a knockout with the very first punch he threw as a professional back in 2014. He put away Zoltan Elikesh.
Just got him with the right hand there.
Big left hook, he could do with one now.
Just needs to move his head a bit more, Turner, when he's coming forward. It'll make Gorman look for the target. Good shot.
He felt that one, Turner. Didn't rock, but he was certainly put off balance. Oh, great shot, quality uppercut.
It's a lovely shot. He took that shot well. To his credit there, Sean Turner. It was a lovely right hand, straight right hand. And the previous combination there from Gorman. He was just so relaxed, isn't he? Moving well. He moves more like a middleweight than a heavyweight.
Yeah, brimful of confidence. He's a very likeable lad as well when you talk to him. Very self-effacing, charming sort of guy. And if he goes continuing to put wins together, he's going to make a lot of friends around British sport. Man of the travelling community, based in Nantwich, and a distant relation actually of Tyson Fury.
This is where you fancy Turner to get the better, but right now with his back against the ropes, it's Gorman pushing the weight on and making the space for those uppercuts.
Well, Gorman was intent, I think, on showing a couple of things tonight. He wanted to show that he was not the Mr. Nice guy, not some young softy. He wanted to show that he was physically strong and able to match a real brawler like Turner if he has to.
But the way he's boxing right now, he doesn't need it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Oh, good right hand. Oh, shot.
Oh, he got him! Right hand, it was the uppercut. There was a straight right, followed by the uppercut, and Turner goes down, and Gorman certainly has posted a real statement here. Turner gets to his feet, but only just. Closing seconds, and there was a really emphatic round for Nathan Gorman.
Keep the hands up, man. The man is slowing down.
And here we see just how it happened. Great uppercut. What a shot that is.
It was that right hand at the top of the head first of all. I think that shot there, I think that made Gorman Turner see stars. You can see it when his head's down there. Lovely shot placement here from Gorman with that right uppercut through the guard. Well, he had nowhere to go but the floor there, Turner. He's a tough guy, and he got up, and he's coming up for the next round, but that was hard finish to the round there, John.
It was so impressive the way Gorman found that target, because he was trying to cover up Turner and he didn't have a lot to go for, and it was an absolute peach that Gorman found, and he's trying to pile it on now, and Turner looking very uncomfortable under another big attack, pushes him away with the forearm, which isn't allowed, but he's going to do well to stay on his feet here, Turner, because the punches are raining in from every angle. He's gambling here to Gorman, doesn't want to punch himself out, but he is right on top.
Again, all with the right hand to start that off. He's on straight right hand and a left hook. And blinking he was there with the left eye. Retreating to the ropes there, Turner. But he had to fire back. He was lucky the referee didn't step in at that little point.
Put a lot into that attack, Gorman. And Turner is still in there. But the referee will want to see him starting to fire back a little bit.
He's in there, John, but he's being matched in every department so far. And more. By Nathan Gorman, who's boxing out of his skin. He really is. Oh, good left hook there, though, from Turner.
Strong guy, Turner, and he'll keep coming as long as he can, but two more big uppercuts, and the right hook from Gorman, who's unloading, and it's all over. Referee John Latham stops it in the third round, and Nathan Gorman wants people to sit up and take notice of his talent, and he's put a really big, strong, tough Irishman away there with an absolute barrage of quality punches and a very impressive win.
What it was, John, forget about the power and all the rest, it was a tremendous display of boxing ability. The movement of his feet, the counter punching he had, the fast hands, the placement of the punches and the combinations, always thinking about his work, not just throwing his hands hell for leather. And then when he felt Turner was about to go, that's when he just put his foot on the pedal and just went for it.
Ricky Hatton's really excited about this young fella, and he's shown us very clearly why. This is the attack early in the round when he couldn't get him away. He almost did, and then he takes a little breather and waits for another opportunity. But look at the variety of shots. But
the thought and everything, even the little forearm to push him away, make space for the work. The referee was right there. You know, I think even that combination before, the referee was looking to step in, Turner hold on, get himself a little bit of a rest, but didn't throw anything back at that stage. He knew that he had no answer to what Gorman had. And a brave little effort there from Turner, but Gorman, no, that was his come-out fight for sure. That was. He was tremendous tonight, really was.
Four wins by stoppage on the spin. I rather think that when you talk about Nathan Gorman, big tests still to come, but that's another sizable step up the ladder. Here's Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 1 minute 9 seconds of round number 3. Our referee in charge, John Latham, stops the contest as the red corner in no condition to continue. Therefore, your winner and still undefeated, Nathan Gorman.
With an amazing depth of talent of heavyweights, Nathan Gorman unquestionably is another.
Yes, I think he knows that he had an opportunity tonight to force his case, and he's done that part perfectly. That is now 4 straight stoppage wins. He's looking sleeker, quicker, more rounded all the time. We came here to have the wow factor from Tyson Fury tonight, didn't we? Didn't we?
I'll tell you what, yes, we did. But there, I thought Nathan Gorman, that's the best I've seen him. And actually, he's probably the slimmest I've seen him also. But he put his shots together really, really well. Good display behind his jab, switched to the body with the hook. And his right uppercut was his best shot tonight. That's a very impressive display against a real tough guy, Steve.
And you know something, Paul, and this is absolutely simple. We do this all the time in Britain and Ireland, and we're disgraceful for doing it. We sometimes overlook what we've got. If he was a 21-year-old, unbeaten American, and this fight was in Las Vegas and Big Sexy had got on the plane from Dublin to Las Vegas, we would be ranting and raving about him. But because he's British, we overlook him. That was quality.
There was a lot to like, I mean, about all parts of his work tonight, but the precision of the way he put his man away, Steve.
And Barry picked up on something, even when he had him pushed back right at the end. He just used the elbow to push him back. He he could have gone crazy at the start of that round. He didn't. He took his time a little bit. Great shots, quality shots. He's the most stylistic heavyweight we've got at the moment, and that includes the world champion Joshua, and it includes Fury. He's the most stylish heavyweight we've got.
It's probably overdue a little meeting with him. Ron McIntosh is at ringside to speak to him, and the man guiding him, who will be familiar to you.
Thank you very much indeed, Paul. Nathan, in the house that your trainer Ricky Hatton practically built as an amphitheatre for boxing, you produced a blistering performance to extend your unbeaten record. We all think it's a career best display. How do you rate it?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say that's probably my best performance to date. I've been working really hard with Rick in the gym. I've been 16 weeks in camp, and to be fair, it's been a grueling camp. Ricky's had me in every day. What I've done in there, I've been doing for the past 16 weeks, and it's prevailed on the night.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, because one of the criticisms that Ricky leveled at you is that he wanted to see a bit more devil, a bit more spite about your work. And the manner you went about it in such controlled fashion tonight seems as though you've taken that instruction on board, because it was a devastating performance.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like I said before, these past 16 weeks, that's what we've been working on, the gym day in, day out. I'm just very happy to get a performance win over such a credible opponent in Sean Turner. He's no pushover.
Most certainly, you become the first man to stop him. Given that you've got this win in such impressive fashion, what statement has this sent to the rest of the domestic scene? Who knows what Hughie Fury is going to do with the British title? Joe Joyce is Commonwealth champ. You've got the guy you used to spar with at Team GB, Daniel Dubois. Where would you like to go next?
Well, hopefully, have a couple of weeks off, get back in the gym, and whatever Ricky's got in plan for me, Ricky and my team, Mike, Blaine, and my managers, I'll happily accept the Dubois fight if it comes off next. We both got the same promoter. It's an easy fight to make in my eyes.
It most certainly is. Let's bring him out. We'll have a word with your mentor and see what he would like to do. First of all, Ricky, we know you're a stern taskmaster. As Nathan has alluded to, what grade do you give your pupil tonight for the performance he's produced?
That was very good for where he's at. I've always said he's got a lot more in his tank, that he can show. I mean, as a boxing coach, he's got rivals such as Joyce and Dubois and people like that. As his coach, I've got to look. I've got to wonder what their coach are thinking when they're watching the tapes of him. And so we've added on more versatility, more variety. Tonight he showed a good jab, he showed left hooks to the body, right hooks to the body, uppercuts, in close fighting, turning his lad from the rope. Listen, he's only a baby and he hasn't even scraped the surface yet. But I think everyone who thought he was the nice kid, who has good hand speed and lovely lad to talk to, I think he's not as nice as everyone first thought now, and he needed someone like Sean Turner to bring it out of him. He was up for the fight, he come and had a go, and I said, you're going to have to show that other side of the game we're talking about, and that's what he's done. And I think his rival coaches will have to go and try and work a little bit harder, just like I've got to do with them, I guess. So yeah.
Well, congratulations to both of you on a terrific performance. Nathan, very well done indeed, and we look forward to seeing you in action again very soon. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The smile's lovely as well, and that helps. Manchester have certainly fallen in behind that young man who has made his way, Steve, into the Boxing Monthly respected rankings at 10 for Great Britain. But have we ever seen a top 10 anything like that over the years? How competitive it is.
Well, that's an amazing top 10, because you've got arguably the best heavyweight in the world, Joshua. Then you've got 4 or 5 guys that have proved themselves at world level. Then you've got a 20-year-old and a 21-year-old. That is depth, and there's all sorts of permutations there. Get rid of David.
And that's good for Gorman, of course, isn't it?
That's fantastic for Gorman. He can fight those guys or 1 or 2 guys outside of that. 21, Paul. Let's not lose sight of that.
Richie, the one name not on that list, of course, is Tyson Fury, so you'll forgive me for asking if we can consider him the best heavyweight in his own family at this moment.
Well,
Is he?